Hey guys, Fifa here, and welcome to my FIFA 1992 Peter Schmeichel play review. Today we're looking at the Prime Icon version of Peter Schmeichel. I previously reviewed his Baby Icon 86 version, and some of you said that you want to see the Prime Icon version of this card, so here it is. I managed to be able to afford him eventually due to the rise in icon prices after the release of the SBCs. If you haven't seen my previous video, I managed to pack it in the same 1 million coin plus player, which has allowed me to review players like this, so I'd appreciate it if any of you could check it out. Anyways, you can see on screen, this is the team I started him in. Schmeichel in goal, Robertson, Ferdinand, Manolas and Karsdorp in defence, Ali, Gay and Lingard in midfield, with Rashford, Jesus and Lucas in attack. So Schmeichel is 6'4" with the traditional save technique, he's right-footed and has a 3-star weak foot and 1-star skill moves, and he's with both basic and glove chemistry styles, and for me he played the best with glove. So starting off with the positives, and the best thing about this card for me was his diving. Schmeichel has overall great coverage of the goal and is capable of making some great diving saves in difficult situations. He has a great variety in diving animations, as sometimes he uses more acrobatic saves. He basically attempts to save the shot in the best possible way every time. He's good at saving shots at both full reach and diving to stop the ball close to him, which sometimes keepers do struggle with. His height also ties into his diving. Schmeichel does occasionally make fingertip saves at full reach, and considering the fact he's 6'4" and has a diving stat of 92, it does make you think would a slightly smaller keeper be able to stop that shot. The next positive is his reflexes, which is the highest space stat on his card at 94. He does occasionally make some incredible reflex saves, but I wouldn't say it lived up to the stat as much as other keepers. For example, this is the same stat as David De Gea, and I don't feel like Schmeichel was as good as De Gea in one-on-ones inside the box. It's still good, however, and he is capable of making some game-changing stops, which he did for me a couple of times. The next positive is his speed, which actually surprised me in game as to how good it was. Schmeichel always seemed to be there to pick up the ball from the attacker, both from bad touches and passes inside the box. This might also be down to his positioning, but he always seemed to be in the right place at the right time, and it definitely stopped me from conceding more goals. His acceleration off the line seemed as good as some of the faster keepers in the game, especially from corners. He always came out to get the ball, which is a massive positive if you concede a lot of corner headers. The next positive is his handling, which I'd say is a massive improvement on his 86 version. He managed to hold on to a lot more shots such as headers, powerful shots and finesse shots. You could trust him a lot more in goal, not to give away easy corners or allow another chance at goal. However, there was a slight exception to this. He always seemed to punch the ball away from crosses and corners, even when he didn't really need to. This is quite frustrating as it often leads to my opponent getting back position of the ball as my attackers were unable to reach the clearance. The final positive was his overall distribution. Although he doesn't have the long throw trait, he seemed powerful enough. He doesn't reach as far as keepers with the trait, but for an example, Lloris, who also doesn't have the trait, seemed to float the throws, whereas Schmeichel can get off quickly and accurately. His kicking is up there for me as one of the best. The good thing about his kicking was that he just had enough power when you fully powered up the kick meter that he gave your attacker a decent chance on goal. Now Neuer does have more powerful kicking than this card, however it's very much down to you as the player to not fully power up the kick meter, otherwise it just went straight to your opponent's goalkeeper. Now onto the negatives, and the only issue I had with Schmeichel was his inconsistent positioning. Sometimes it was great, and like I said, it felt like it played a part in his ability to rush out of plays and pick up loose balls. However, I did concede a few shots from distance, and even inside the box sometimes, where I felt like he was a little too far off his line, which prevented him from making a decent save. Considering his height and his diving, I feel like his overall starting positioning was mainly at fault for his inconsistency, especially against long shots. So overall, I'm going to give 92 Schmeichel an 8.8 out of 10. Most of my experience with this card was positive, and I consider him a safe option in goal. However, positioning is a massive part of the keeper's performance for me, and he'd expect it to be slightly better, rated at 90 on his card. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and don't forget to subscribe. And to request any future content, then please just leave a comment in the comment section below, and I'll be sure to reply.